Hi everyone, it's Lisa. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a fun project for you using some products from a brand new company called iCrafter. Not sure if you have heard of them or not, but they just debuted at Creativation and I have been designing for them, and they have a lot of really fun dies. The two dies that I am going to be using today are called Floral Garden and Love Bugs. And the Love Bugs dies, they're each layered dies. They have a bumblebee, a ladybug, I believe it's a beetle, but the beetle is really cute. He's got a little heart shape on his back. And there, excuse me, and there's a butterfly. And each of the bugs have 2 layers, and some have 3, so you can change the color of their head or the antenna on the butterfly. And then the Floral Garden dies have lots of flowers and leaves, and even a couple of mushrooms in them, and they're also multi-layer dies. So you can play with watercoloring or ink blending or whatever kind of color medium is your favorite. But the dies from iCrafter are all this beautiful teal color. So it's just some extra added fun when you're playing with your dies. So the card I want to make for with you today uses the bumblebee from the Love Bugs die, and I want to show you what happens when you cut out the bumblebee. Is there's the main body, there's these very pretty wings, and then there's the body, the main body of the bumblebee. And when I cut them out, since I'm not a huge fan of bugs, I thought using glitter paper might make it just a little bit easier to tolerate the bugs, but it really is a cute bug. So the bumblebee I cut out, I made the main body yellow. And as you can see, it's all glitter paper. And the wings I made in the black glitter paper and the main body. So when you layer the main body over the other part of the body, you can see the yellow right through. So that's a really cool look, and I'll show you how I put them together. The other thing I did was I used this large flower from the Floral Garden dies. And there's a lot of flowers in here, but I'm going to focus on this one today. And what I did to make this flower is I took some Bristol smooth cardstock, and iCrafter also has their own set of inks. This ink is called Fire Ruby. So what I did is I took a little dauber, and just to get some color down on a piece of cardstock. This is smooth cardstock. I think the ink blends really well on the smooth. So basically I'm just putting some color down just so that I can die cut the flower out of here. And then I just laid my die right down on the paper and cut it out. And what I got is this beautiful ink blended flower. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a lot of detail in the flower that's built into the die. So it's got its own kind of embossed lines. I know that's kind of hard to see. So that's what I got. And I also, when you die cut this particular die, it's got 2 extra little pieces for the middle of the flower. So I die cut the larger of the 2 out of just a piece of black cardstock, so that I could go right in the center. But I wanted to give the flower just a little bit of extra interest. So what I did is I took some white ink, and iCrafter also has white ink. It's called Shaved Ice. And these are hybrid ink pads. And I saw a video recently, I think it was Jennifer McGuire, and she was giving some more interest just to plain die cuts. And what she did is she took a little bit of white ink and she just inked the edges of her die cuts, and it kind of made them pop a little more, give them a little more interest. So I did that with these flowers, and I really think it helped. I think it really came out nice. It made them stand out from their background a little bit more. So it's nice because iCrafter has all the colors you could need. There's a whole rainbow of colors besides the 2 that I've just shown you. So check out the website and you can see all the colors they have. There's some beautiful colors. So once I inked the edges, and you can see it's very subtle, but it does just give it a little bit of extra added interest. Once I did that, I wanted the flowers to have a little bit of shimmer. So what I did was I took my splat box and I put my flower, and I put the inside of the flower inside the box. And I have this shimmer spray that is actually homemade. I took some Perfect Pearls and added it to some water, and I always keep it on my desk in the little mister bottle. So it's always ready to go. The only thing I have to do is shake it up each time because, of course, the Perfect Pearls settle to the bottom of the bottle. Wow, that was a challenge. So anyway, once you mix it up, you can see it's kind of a milky consistency, but it's got that sparkle in it. It's really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and spray the flower. And I'm going to spray the middle of the flower. You'll see later what a pretty shine it leaves. And I'm going to heat it up a little bit just to dry it. And then go ahead and take these out. It's such a pretty shine that it has now. Sometimes it's hard for the camera to pick up that sheen or that shimmer, but you can kind of tell there. If you just catch it in the light. And then these dies are all made with a very interesting middle to them. If you take these flowers and put them on a foam pad, they're kind of meant to, you can give them some dimension by just pushing down in the middle of them, and it kind of gets the corners or the edges of the flower, the petals of the flower, to pop up a little so that your flower has some extra dimension, which is a really neat little feature. And then what I did with each flower, when I assembled them, I took a small foam dot and I put it in the center of my flower. And I put the middle of the flower down. Where is it? It escaped. Okay, so what I did is I took the center of the flower that I made and put it down so that it kind of is almost like a dome shape. It kind of pushes down into the flower and the petals kind of come up on the side. So I know that's difficult to see on camera, but it's really nice because it just gives that extra pop to your flower. And the card that I'm making today, I wanted to focus on my bumblebees. So let me just show you the bumblebee die. And to assemble the bumblebee die, you just take the body of the bumblebee, the top of the body, oops, and I just put a little bit of tape runner along the back of it. I tried using liquid glue, but since I decided to use glitter paper today, it would not stick. So, little tape runner, it does fine. And then I put a little bit more tape runner on the wings. And I laid the body of the bee on top of it. Now, you could put the wings on top of the bee. I have seen some other people put the wings on the top, so it's really up to you. It's whatever you like better. I just kind of liked how it looked with the wings coming out of the bottom of the bee. I just feel like when it was on top of the bee, it kind of took away from the body of the bee. So, like I said, either way, I think it's adorable either way, and there's really no right or wrong way. So, I did make 3 of those flowers that I just showed you to go on today's card. And 3 cute bumblebees. And what I did was I made a background for my card that kind of looked like a beehive. I just had a hexagon stencil in my stash. So I did some stenciling with 2 different color yellows on the back of the panel. And I'm going to arrange the flowers up at the top of the card. And the bees up at the top of the card. I think I'll put them on the flowers. Put one right on the flower. And then I actually used my Scan and Cut to cut out some letters so that I could write Be Mine. So all that's left to do now is put this card together. And I'm going to make a little cluster of flowers up at the top with the flowers that I made. And since they already have some dimension to them, I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue to lay them down. And that would be Sophie. Why do the animals always wait till you're making a video to bark? Or meow? Or jump on your craft desk? Okay, so the flowers are down. They just need a minute to set. And let's see, where can we put the bumblebees? Let's put one of the bees here. And we're going to pick the wings up so it looks like it's flying. And why don't we have another bee flying over here. And how about one over here? I just love these bees. They're so cute. And I love the intricate cuts in their wings. I don't know if you could see that, but they really are pretty. Very lacy wings. And then I thought it would be nice to put down a few red hearts around the card. I always think a nice pop of red looks good, just to kind of bring out the background. And since Valentine's Day is around the corner, and this is kind of a Valentine inspired card, we'll put a few red hearts around the sentiment. I always have a bunch of tiny red hearts cut out in a bag close by so that I can add them to cards. I find that I reach for them a lot. So if they're already cut and ready to go, it makes it easy to just grab the bag and put them down. And maybe one more tiny one at the top. And that should do it. And there you have it. I just love how those cute bees look on the card. And the flowers are so pretty the way they're popped up and kind of shimmering in the light. So check out all the new products at iCrafter.com, and you will find the floral garden dies. There's a lot of dies in this one. A lot of flowers. I told 2 mushrooms. There's a tulip. A lot of leaves. And then again, the love bugs dies. They're really cute. So many possibilities. Garden cards. And so much more. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you around.